We've come from Norteño to Playa Verde to do another medical clinic. We've been asked by one of the women here to do a home visit for her daughter. She's pregnant, she's just about spot on 9 months. She's asked us to do an ultrasound to check on the health of the baby and the position. So apparently the due date for this baby she was originally told was the 14th of July, it's the 18th of July today. A couple of weeks ago, so in June, she was at the hospital and they did an ultrasound there, but all they said to her was that they couldn't find the head and sent her on her way. So for that reason, both the pregnant woman and her mother are quite anxious because most of the women around here have their babies in their houses, but they were concerned that if there are any complications or you know, if there isn't a favourable position and that kind of thing, what can they do? It's a long way to get to the hospital, so they need to know in advance. El corazón.
So would you describe it as breech? Or because it's a bit diagonally?
Almost transverse, like a oblique slash transverse, but it's not. Sí.
Tengo miedo de eso.
Sí. La cabeza está aquí. No es una buena posición. Puedo hablar con el doctor Benjamín, pero yo creo que es más seguro si ella va al hospital.
Sí, porque
para el parto.
Aquí es difícil para sacar si ella viene de noche o de día y cómo yo puedo mover.
Exactamente, y si necesita cesárea, cirugía, a veces es necesario cuando la cabeza está arriba.
Sí, porque esta primera.
So both the pregnant woman and her mother are justifiably worried about the fact that this baby's not in an ideal position to do a safe delivery when it's going to be happening in a house in a very isolated location where the nearest hospital is a couple of hours away and the nearest caesarean facility is more hours away. They don't have the money, they don't really have the resources to get to a hospital, and plus the woman has another 3-year-old daughter as well, so her mother has to stay home to look after that baby. I had a chat to Dr. Ben, the boss, and we're trying to come up with a plan to get her out to a hospital as soon as possible because we don't know when she's going to go into labour. If she's at least 38 weeks and she's been told she's full term now, she could go into labour. And I mean, it took me ages to find it because I was looking here and I was like, well, the head's not down, that's worrying, but where is it? And I had to yeah, I'm worried. I don't want her to go into labour at all.
Here, in these kind of remote, faraway locations, when to transport is the most difficult question, that the Nobe struggle with, because it's so expensive and so difficult to transport that they're inclined to kind of wait and wait until sometimes it's too late. And the ultrasound allows us to help decide when to transport much, much, much earlier. In this case, early enough to prevent a woman going into labor in breech birth way out here in the middle of the night. It was wonderful to see both her and the baby thriving, especially after a birth which could have gone a very different direction. So the baby's only waking up, like to eat twice during the night and is sleeping. Ah, que suerte. Es como la lotería de bebé.